Hello student, in today's class we are going to discuss the strategy of the geometry for SSC CGL exam. So there is a disclaimer, the images used in our slide deck are for educational purposes only. We respect the intellectual property rights of the original creators and owners of these images. If you are the owner of any of the images used in this deck and have any concern or issues, please contact us at sathi@iitk.ac.in and we shall remove the images. Now see the indexes. So first one is common questions about geometry. We will discuss about it in this lecture. 10 days study plan for geometry. Additional tips related to geometry. Common mistakes to avoid. We will discuss about it. Expected weightage. And trend analysis for last 5 years. So let's start. First one is common questions about geometry. When preparing for the geometry topics in quantitative aptitude for SSC CGL exams, students often have several common questions. Here are some typical ones along with the relevant answer. So the question is, what are the most important concepts in geometry for SSC CGL? So the answer is basic geometry concepts, in which points, lines, angles we can discuss, types of angles, parallel line and transversal lines, property of angle formed by intersecting lines. Next one is triangle is important. And in triangle, types of triangle, property of triangles, congruency and similarity of triangle, important theorem like Pythagoras angle bisector theorem, area and perimeters of the triangle. Next one is quadrilateral. So many types of quadrilaterals like square, rectangle, parallelogram, rhombus, trapezium. And we need to learn about their property of each type. Area and perimeter formula of these rectangles, quadrilaterals. These quadrilaterals like square, rectangle, parallelogram, rhombus, trapeziums. Next one is circle. So we will learn about the radius, diameter, chord, arc of the circles, properties of circle, area and perimeter of the circle, properties of tangent and secant. Next one is polygon. So regular polygon, in which we need to learn the property of the polygon, regular polygons, interior and exterior angle relationships, area calculation of the regular polygons. Now, next question is, which book should I prefer for the geometry for SSC CGL exam? So, quantitative aptitude for competitive exams. Next one is fast track objective arithmetic, SSC mathematics, and NCERT maths book for class 6 to 10 for foundational concept, learning the foundational concept. And SSC CGL previous year question to understand the question pattern. Next question is, how should I revise NCERT for geometry? So, yes, NCERT class 6 to 10 is excellent for basic concept for geometry. You need to read the book of the class 6 to class 10, learning the basic concept of the geometry for the NCERT book. So focus on, in NCERT book, line and angles topic, triangle and their properties, circle and theorems, polygons, quadrilaterals, area and perimeter of these circle, quadrilaterals, polygons, triangles you need to learn. So next question is, what are the most common mistakes students make in geometry? So the first one is mistake confusing similar and congruent shapes. So the solution is, remember always that similar, it means same shape, but size will be the different. Incongruency, shape and size should be same, equal, exactly same. Next mistake, wrong angle relationship. Solution, learn basic rules. Vertical angles are equal. Parallel lines which transversal create equal corresponding angles. So you need to learn all these properties. Triangle angle sum to 180. Third mistake is incorrect use of theorems. Now the solution for that is memorize key theorem and their specific condition before applying. Next mistake is misidentifying shapes. Many times student did misidentifying the shapes. So solution is learn and review properties of each shape carefully. For example, triangles, quadrilaterals, etc. Next mistake is calculation error in area and perimeter. So solution is memorize formula and double check calculation, because when you calculate area, it is important that you need to calculate correctly. So when you mark the answer finally, check the answer double. So always check your calculation 2 times when you mark your answer. Next mistake is missing given information. So solution is list all given information before solving the question. Next mistake is assumptions without proof. So solution is always prove statement using theorem and given information. Next question is how can I improve my speed and accuracy in geometry? So the master basic concept, in which learn fundamental theorem thoroughly, focus on triangle, circle and quadrilateral, understand property of angle and parallel lines, practice basic calculation like area and perimeter, develop shortcut methods for improving your speed and accuracy in geometry, learn quick formula and tricks, use visual techniques for faster problem solving, regular practice, so solve previous year's questions daily, time yourself while solving the problems, practice different types of questions, and focus on accuracy then speed, because if your accuracy is low, then you did the wrong get the wrong answers, so speed doesn't matter. Next question is how many questions comes from geometry in SSC CGL? So in tier 1 exams, total quantitative aptitude questions are 25, as we know that, and geometry question usually ask 3 to 5 questions. So it has a large weightage, important weightage in SSC CGL exam. Topics: basic geometry, triangle, circle and quadrilateral. These are the most important topic in SSC CGL exams. In tier 2, the total quantitative aptitude questions will be 30 and the geometry questions approximately 4 to 5 questions. Topic: advanced geometry concept, triangle based question, circle based question and quadrilateral based question. So the weightage of this topic is very important in SSC CGL exam. Next one is which YouTube channel or online resources are best for geometry? So Sathi SSC YouTube channel and app, you can use it, and this is the web URL for English learning of this topic, geometry topic. You can go through sscexamguide.pruta.ai and you get the all the resources related to geometry for SSC CGL exam. In the same way, you can use this URL for Hindi language. And there is a Sathi app also. So please download the app using the given link. This is the link. You can click on it and you can reach the Sathi app. Then how to register or create account on Sathi for SSC CGL exam? So please follow these steps to register, create an account. So click on the following link and select sign up. Then fill your detail and click on submit. After that, check your email for password reset link. You get a password reset link. Click on the link and set your password. Click on the following link again. Enter your email and password. Now you are ready to start your learning journey. Now we move to 10 days study plan for geometry. So first day we need to learn the basic concepts of lines and angle. In this topic, the subtopics we need to learn types of line, parallel, perpendicular, intersecting lines, angles and their types, complementary and supplementary angles, adjacent angles, vertically opposite angles, corresponding angles, alternate angles, and co-interior angle. An angle some property. You need to learn all these things on day 1 and practice minimum 20 to 25 questions basic on this basic rules of the lines and angle. So you need to solve minimum 20 to 25 questions. Next one, on day 2, basic concepts of triangle. We need to learn the basic concept of the triangle. So you need to learn the types of triangle, properties of triangle, angle in triangles, similar triangles, congruent triangles. Practice minimum solve 20 to 25 questions based on these basic concepts of the triangle. On day 3, you need to learn the advanced concept of the triangles, in which you learn about the area of the triangles, height and bases of the triangle, median, altitude, centroid, circumcenters, incenter, circumcenter, Pythagoras theorem, and solve minimum 20 to 25 moderate level problems. On day 4, mixed concept and important topics of triangle. Now, triangle inequalities, it is important theorems related to triangle, previous year questions, mock test practice, and solve minimum 20 to 25 questions difficult level problem which are asked in previous year paper in SSC CGL exam. On day 5, you need to learn the basic concepts of quadrilaterals. First, you need to learn all the definition of all the quadrilaterals like square, rectangle, rhombus, parallelograms. So, and the types are square, rectangle, rhombus, parallelogram, trapezium. So, next to learn diagonals property of these quadrilaterals, angle in quadrilaterals, and try to solve minimum 20 to 25 basic level problems related to quadrilaterals. Next day, advanced concepts of quadrilateral. So, cyclic quadrilaterals, similar quadrilaterals, inscribed and circumscribed quadrilaterals, and try to solve minimum 20 to 25 basic level problems and some advanced level problems. On day 7, basic concepts of polygon. You need to learn about the basic concepts of polygon. So, definition of polygon you need to learn, types of regular polygon and irregular polygon, interior and exterior angle concepts, number of diagonals in polygons, sum of interior angles, sum of exterior angles in polygons, and try to solve minimum 20 to 25 basic level problems which are related to polygons. On next day, basic concepts of circle. So, circle definition, radius, diameter, chord, arc, sector, segment, central angle, inscribed angle in circle, and important formulas like area of the circle, which we know that pi r square, circumference 2 pi r, length of the arc, area of the sector, and try to solve minimum 20 to 25 questions based on these topics. On day 9, property of circle. So, tangent properties, secant properties, angle properties, practice questions on finding area and perimeter related to circle, arc length calculation, sector area problems, basic theorems, related to circle and try to solve minimum 20 to 25 basic problems. On day 10, you can work on the advanced concept of the circle and triangles based questions, cyclic quadrilateral based questions, and try to solve previous year questions. Mock test. This is very important. Given mock test in given time period and time based practice. You need to try to solve one question in 1 minute. Next one is some additional tips related to preparing the geometry for SSC CGL exam. So your daily routine should be 2 hours a day, 1 hour for concept, 1 hour for practice. Second one is focus on PYQs. Try to solve 2019 to 2024 all PYQs related to geometry. Cover your 80% of the pattern which are asked in SSC CGL exams. Weak areas, focus on weak areas. So note down error log, update weekly. Generally, work on your speed. So try to solve one question per minute in mock test. Because as we know that SSC CGL exam is a speed test. So you need to minimize your time to solve the question. So you need to try to solve the geometry questions in 1 minute. Now we move to common mistakes to avoid the students. So first one is angle related mistakes which did by the students many times. Forgetting that angle in a triangle sum to 180. Not recognizing corresponding angles in parallel line. Mixing up complementary, which we know that the sum of two angle is 90, and supplementary angle, which is the sum of the two angles is 180. Triangle related mistakes. So first one is not using Pythagoras theorem correctly. Second one is forgetting triangle similarity rules. Mixing up property of different types of triangle, equilateral, isosceles and right angle triangle. So many times students mix the property of the isosceles and right angle triangle, sometimes isosceles and equilateral triangle. So you get the wrong answer. So avoid all these mistakes. Next one is circle related mistakes. So confusing radius and diameter of the circle. Incorrect use of circle formula like area and circumference formula. Not understanding the tangent and secant properties. So next one is area and perimeter mistakes related to circle. So using wrong formula for different shapes. Many times the student did it. Not converting unit properly. Mixing up area and perimeter formulas. Next mistake is calculation mistakes. This is the very general mistakes which many number of students did wrong calculation. So not checking units in calculation, wrong substitution in formula. Tips to avoid these mistakes. Next one is draw neat diagram. Double check calculation. Understand concept thoroughly. Write all steps clearly. Pay attention to units. Review your answer. Next. Expected weightage of the geometry in SSC CGL exam. So number of questions first we learn. So first one is 4 to 5 questions per year, varies based on tier and shift. So in tier 1 prelims exam, around 2 to 3 questions are asked in SSC CGL exams, and the marks of each question we know that 2 marks. So 4 to 6 marks question asked in SSC CGL pre-exams. In tier 2, slightly more focus 3 to 4 question, and number will become 9 to 12 because we know that in SSC CGL tier 2 exam each question having 3 marks. So the weightage is 9 to 12 mark. Mark per question. So as we know that in tier 1 2 marks per question, Negative marking is also, which is 0.50 for wrong answer. In tier 2, 3 mark per question. Negative marking also applied, which is 1 mark for wrong answer. Now trend analysis of last 5 years. So as we can see that in 2020, 3 to 4 questions asked, and which question based on triangle, circle, quadrilaterals. In 2021, also 3 to 4 questions asked, which are based on circle, polygon and triangle. In 2022, we can see that the pattern has been changed. So 2 to 3 question asked, and the question based on triangle property, circle and quadrilateral. In 23, 3 to 4 question asked, which are based on circle, triangle, quadrilateral and polygons. In 2024, 2 to 3 question asked, which are based on circle, triangle, quadrilateral and polygon. Now when you see that this trend analysis, so you can see that triangles question asked regularly in each year. So triangle is the most important topic, and after that circle is most important because circles question also asked generally every year. So triangle and circle are most important, after that quadrilateral and after that polygons. So you need to learn briefly, thoroughly triangles, circle and quadrilateral. These are the most important topic in SSC CGL exams in geometry section. Thank you.